All right. Well, welcome everybody. And I hope you all are doing well. Can everybody see the screen I'm sharing? I don't feel like I'm sharing my PowerPoint. Share.
I don't see, I just see participants.
Hmm. Let's get it back up. Mhm.
Miss
Here
Prudence,
we
can you
go.
send Julia the link?
Yes.
All right. Can
Thank
everybody see
you.
that now? All right. Bimini's giving me a thumbs up. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our first meeting of I think this might be the sixth year now of our virtual Florida 4-H Virtual Poultry Club. My name is Chris DeCubelis, and I am your state specialist or state specialized 4-H agent for livestock and poultry and agriculture. And I'm in Alachua County, just outside of Archer. I work in Gainesville, but I live out in the country. And I'm joined by our wonderful 4-H agent in Santa Rosa County, Miss Prudence Caskey. And together, along with every once in a while, we'll have some other adults on to help. But she and I are kind of the primary leaders of this club. And I just want to, on behalf of Miss Prudence, welcome you all and thank you for joining our club. We've got some people that are back for several years now, and then we've got some new folks. And so we'll all get to know each other here in a little bit. And I hope that everybody is doing well, and it's nice to see you all again. So, this is a 4 H club, just like if you were meeting in person. And we've got all different kinds of 4 H clubs. We've got clubs that meet in communities and clubs that meet in schools, and this club happens to meet on Zoom. And so, just because we're on Zoom and from all over the state doesn't mean we're not a real 4 H club. And 4 H, just to tell you a little bit of history, if this is this is your very first time in a 4-H club, and you can either give me a thumbs up or put it in chat or whatever, or you can unmute. But if this is your first time in 4-H, we're very happy to have you and welcome you. But we are the youth club or the youth component of the Extension Service, which is a partnership between the United States Department of Agriculture and the Land Grant University System, which we have UF here in Florida, as well as Florida A&M, and then local counties. And we're very proud to be with you all. And I know that most of you have a love for poultry and chickens, and we're going to learn a lot about poultry and chickens this year. And so we always start, just like any 4-H club, with the Pledge of Allegiance and the 4-H pledge. And so, would anybody want to volunteer to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? And you can unmute and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I got the words here in case you don't know the words. But would anybody like to? We like for you all to participate. It makes it so much better when it's not just me talking for an hour. So, who would like to? Usually, I don't know if Laura's on. She usually jumps at the chance to lead us in the pledge. But does anybody want to lead us? I don't think she's on tonight. Anybody want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Tracy, you want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? You're one of our returners.
Why not?
Okay,
I
go ahead.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Tracy. How about the 4-H pledge? Somebody that knows it want to teach it to the rest of us? Bimini, you want to give it a try?
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health for better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Thank you very much, Bimini, and thanks, Tracy. So We got a good crew on tonight. That's good. And we've got a special guest, a little kitty that we're going to try to find a name for. Who was it that had the kitty? Was that
Ayla.
Layla? Layla
Ayla
had a
has the
kitty. She's
kitty.
looking for it's a. All I know is it's a little male, and it looks like it's wearing a little top hat.
I have a good name for it.
Well, we'll hang on to it, and we're going to talk about that kitty's name later.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, I want us to talk about what we're going to do in this club meeting for, say, the next hour and 15 minutes. And the first thing I want to do is get to know a lot of you that I haven't gotten to know before, and you to get to know me. And we're going to talk about the history of chickens. Doesn't that sound exciting and fun? Who likes history? I like history. And so we're going to, oh, Ruby likes history. She got her hand up. And then we're going to talk about opportunities in 4-H with poultry. And then we're going to talk about this year's club, what we want to do this year. And so I want to remind everybody that this is your 4-H club. And so I want you all to be participatory. And what I mean by that is don't be afraid to ask questions, even if you have to interrupt me and get my attention, because we're here to help you learn. And we are here to help you learn about something that you care a lot about, which is your birds. And even if you don't have any chickens and you're just here to learn more about them, maybe one day you'll get some. We want you to learn too. And so never be afraid to ask questions. And we can always, I come up with these lessons, but these lessons can change based on your needs of what you think you want to learn. And so everybody got that? Don't be bashful. I want y'all to not be bashful. Our only real rule is just be nice to each other. Just be kind. That's our only real rule. And so don't talk over somebody else, and we never tease anybody or anything like that. We're always nice to each other. So that's really our
And
only rule. But you
and
can
I
always
will
ask
remind
questions.
again, the chat is being recorded.
Yeah,
So
so Miss
just if
and
y'all
Miss
want to have
Prudence,
and sometimes y'all will have private conversations. You can do that elsewhere because the chat is being recorded and transcribed. So there
yeah,
everybody has access to that.
yeah. And we put these on kind of a private YouTube in case any of you want to go back and watch. If you missed a meeting or if you would like to go back and rewatch something that you met and you want to just refresh yourself, that's why we do that. All
And
right, so
I
let's get
I did have that link in the chat, Chris, but I think it was before you left, so I'm going to put it back in there
okay. Okay.
for everybody
Yeah, that'll take you to
to
our,
that
I guess,
YouTube
YouTube.
channel.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing for a minute, and because I want to see you if possible, and we want to get to know you. And if you have any, I know this may sound funny to our new people, but we look at a lot of chickens in this club, and what I mean by that is, well, a lot of our members will hold up a chicken to the camera and show it to us, or sometimes a cat or a dog, or they'll take us out and show us their cow or whatever. And so if you've got a chicken handy you want to show us, that's fine too, but you don't have to because mostly we want to see you. So I want to stop sharing and I want you all to just tell me your first name and if you know what county you live in. And then maybe if you've got chickens or ducks or guineas or whatever, you've got quail. We've got some people that have quail. So I guess I'll start. I'm Chris, again in Alachua County. I originally from Pasco County, and I live on a farm with my family here, and I work at UF. I've got cattle, beef cattle, and a couple of dairy cows, horses, and I've got chickens, ruin ducks, some quail, and I've got some bourbon red turkeys, and then I've got some pigs and dogs and a cat. So that's what I've got, and some fruit trees and a garden. But that keeps me busy. And maybe I'll let Miss Prudence go next, and you be thinking about what you want. You don't have to talk as long as I did, but Miss Prudence can go next.
Okay, and so I am Miss Prudence. I'm the Santa Rosa County agent. And so if you don't know where Santa Rosa County is, if you take your Florida, I don't know if that's correct for y'all or if it's the other
Yeah,
way
however you
like
want.
that.
Yeah.
This way. So we're over here in the Panhandle, very far away. I am originally from Hernando County, and I grew up on the County Line Road between my county and Dr. Chris's county. So I grew up right on the Hernando Pasco County line. And in Central Florida, I grew up on a poultry farm. My grandfather had leghorns. And so I've been raising chickens since I was 5. And there were a couple, 3 years there. I didn't have any when I was in college, which were the sad years, but had chickens for a long time. I currently have 46 chickens. And since we're naming all the things that, like Dr. Chris, I have 7 cats and a dog and lots of fruit trees, fig trees that are ridiculous big, and a big greenhouse I'm hoping to have a nice fall garden in. And I'm going to pass it to Romalie.
My name is Romalie. I have 3 chickens, 1 cat, a gerbil, fish, lot of fish. When I was little, I really had Chicklet. That was all. And now he's 3 years old, and I'm 8.
Oh, wow. Well, we're very glad to have you, and you're one of our new members. So thank you very much for joining, and we hope you learn a lot and meet some friends that like chickens just like you do. So thank you, Romalie. Let's see, we got Kylie and Michelle looked like they were wanting to show us something, and it hopped off their arm there. So why don't you all unmute and introduce us to yourselves and to your friend there you got with you?
Want to say hello?
This chicken baby.
Say your name.
Harper. My name's Harper and I have this chicken baby. I have 6 chickens and 2 cats.
What was your first name?
Harper.
I'm not
Harper.
sure why it says Michelle on our thing. It's Harper and Kayla. I'm her.
Okay. Well, Harper, it's very nice to meet you. What part of Florida are you in, Harper?
Palm Harbor.
Oh, Palm Harbor. I grew up not very far from there, up in West Pasco County. So I know exactly where you're at. Well, it's nice to have you. And thanks for showing us your buddies there.
We're actually trying to find a home for our rooster. So if you guys know anybody, we have this handsome little guy
Oh, okay.
keep, but we're trying to find him a home.
Okay. There you go. If anybody's looking for a little rooster, there you go. Who wants to go next? Tracy, you want to tell us a little about yourself and where you live and who you are?
My name is Tracy. I have 3 melees. I mean, not 3. There's around 30 plus melees up in the front barn. They're my father's. I got 2 pair of Koshamu. I recently hatched another pair. There's my little brother's got modern game. We also have a little Sarami rooster and a opal hen. I live in Hillsborough County, Florida.
It's good to see you again. Boy, you've grown over the summer. Prudence, doesn't Tracy look so much older?
I was just thinking that. I can't tell, but he looks like he's gotten taller. Maybe at the state fair I'll be able to see whether or not
He
he's
looks
gotten
more
taller.
mature, yeah. He
Yeah.
just looks like
I don't really show at the state fair.
Oh, I thought you came to poultry judging. Do you not?
No.
Oh,
we'll have to get him
well,
there this year.
maybe this year.
Because of the avian influenza thing, I'm worried that
Oh,
my birds might get it.
I gotcha.
All right, who wants to
And
go?
there's too many birds in one area.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's like 600 chickens at the fair. Ruby, you want to tell us hello?
My name is Ruby. I'm 9 years old. I live in Hillsborough County. I have 4 hens and I just got 7 silky chicks. And then I'm currently showing my dog in 4-H.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Very cool. Well, it's nice to meet you, Ruby. Is this your first time in our club? You weren't in our club last year, were you?
I was in the club last year.
But you came to a couple meetings, maybe, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back. How about Jackson P? I see Jackson P is there. It looks like maybe with his.
I'm Jackson. I live in Santa Rosa, and we have 8 chickens and nine. We have 9 Excovy ducks and 1 turkey.
Oh, cool. Well, very nice to see you, Jackson. Thanks for joining us. Um, how about Ayla with the little kitty there? Ayla's a returner. She was with us last year, right? Ayla, you were with us last year, weren't you?
She's on poultry judging and
Yeah, she did
avian bowl,
poultry
but this
judging,
is
avian bowl.
I'm not named Ava. I'm Ava.
Oh, I
oh,
was
there's
looking
a
at somebody else. Well, go
oh,
ahead, Ava. Go ahead, Ava, while you're unmuted.
I have 5 chickens. I live in
Give me
Lea
some
County.
links.
My name is Ava. I'm 8 years old.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Ava. Thanks for joining us. All right, Ayla, you can unmute now and show us your kitty again.
Yeah, he really wants attention. Um, my name's Ayla. I'm 17. I'm in Santa Rosa. I've got a couple of dogs and this new little guy over here who's yet to be named. And I just a couple days ago put some eggs in the incubator.
Oh, okay. Well, fantastic. Who else do we have? Anybody else? Jennifer and Jeffrey, it says. You all want to say hello?
Tell them who you are.
Hi, my name's Peyton.
Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know why it's not sharing the video. Um, so this is Peyton, and this is her first year doing 4-H. She's 5.
I have 6 chickens.
6 chickens, one of which is this little fella.
Yeah.
They're Splash Silky Bantams. We have 6 that she's gonna work with this year. And we are in Micanopy, which is in between Marion and Alachua County. And how many dogs do we have? We have 6. 6 dogs, 1 cat, and a horse.
Oh,
And 2 horses.
We have
two
1
horses.
horse. Where'd the other one come from?
Yours?
I just
Wishful
have one.
thinking.
What's your horse?
Well, I like your little chick, and it's very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Savannah, you want to say hi to everybody? Looks like Savannah's driving her car. She's having some. It's hard to unmute sometimes, so we'll come back to you. Oh, there she goes. She's unmuted. Hi.
I I have bunnies and I have like 25 chickens.
Oh, wow.
I have a couple ducks, 2 roosters, and I have 2 dogs, and I have and I have 1 cat.
Oh, wow. You got a lot to feed every day. Whereabouts in Florida do you live? What county? Do you remember?
Fernando.
Oh, Hernando. I know. Well, you from near where Miss Prudence is from. That used to be a
that's
chicken
right.
growing area years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah, me
That
too.
was one of the top poultry counties in the nation.
Jaden has their hand up.
Oh, go ahead, Jade.
Hi, my name is Jaden. I live in Levy County. I am 14 years old. I have 4 dogs and 4 guinea pigs. The dogs are all pit bull mixes. And then I have 5 buff Orpingtons currently. Just a few little cool facts about me. I used to live in the Florida Keys, to be Alamorada to be exact. What else? I'm an only child, and this year, as a senior 4-H member, I am on the executive board.
I was going to ask you if you got on exact. I knew you were talking to me last year about applying, so I'm glad. Congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
very
Yes,
proud of you.
congratulations.
I'm also a senior 4-H member as well. I'm
Oh,
14.
good job. Well, that's you got. I told you you're looking. I thought you looked very mature because you're. I remember when you looked like a little boy. Now you don't look like a little boy anymore. Getting big on me. Graham, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, my name's Graham. I'm 13. I'm in Brevard County. I'm currently raising 6 barred rocks.
I like
Chick.
some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Good chickens. I like them so much. I wrote a book about Bard Rock. Well, Bard Rock in the story. Maybe I
Betsy.
should. Yeah. Well, very nice to have you, Graham.
And
Graham's.
Rachel has her hand up
Oh,
when
go
you're
ahead,
done with
Rachel.
Grant. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Macy. I live in Duval County. I have 2 chicks, I have 7 chickens. I have 3 dogs, and I have 2 cats.
Oh, very nice. And it's very nice to have you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, there, we can see you. Smile. It's
Sorry,
so nice
I
to
was
see
trying
you.
to figure out the camera.
That's all right. Oh, hold up your chick there so we can see it. Let's see. Can you
Oh,
move your hand where
One
we
of the
can
ones
see?
that we just hatched recently. So we've got some in the incubator right now too.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing that little one with us.
Hey,
Olivia, you want to
Rachel.
say hi? Olivia doesn't want to say hi. Well, we're glad to have you again, Olivia. Olivia usually likes to
Al
chat, so
Alba has her hand up, it looks like.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have 1 turtle, 2 dogs, 11 chickens, 4 baby chicks, and
Rehome some ducks.
we have 3 homes, some ducks. 2.
You've got some ducks too? That's cool.
So we rehomed them, and they were Muscovies.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, it's very nice to meet. What part of Florida are you in?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. Okay. Very nice to have you. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Let's do a couple more and then we'll do more at the end. So who would like to go next? I don't
I'll go.
Aiden. Oh,
Let's do Aiden and then Laura.
Hi, my name is Aiden. I'm 11, well, 12 now. I live in Lehigh in Florida. We don't know how many chickens we have right now because they're all in Fort Myers. So yeah. And when we had to go for the commissioners, we did that. We don't know yet. We're hoping we can get our chickens back. So yeah.
It's good to have you in the club again, Aiden. You've been with us now for 2 or 3 years.
3.
Yeah. It's nice to have you back. Thanks for joining us again. Laura is probably our longest tenured member. She was day one. And Laura, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hi, my name is Laura. I have 5 cats, 3 chickens, but I'm about to get some hatching eggs from one of my breeders. And then I have a dog and then 3 sheep, and I'm from Orange County.
And Laura's on executive board too, I think. Yeah, congratulations. Proud of you. Asher, you got a question or you want to just introduce yourself?
I'll just introduce myself.
Okay, go ahead.
I have 400 chickens.
Oh,
I
wow.
have a Silky, and I have one dog, and I live in Highlands County in Sebring in the HOA.
Okay. Is the
And
HOA like your 400 chickens?
That's what I was wondering.
not with my 400 chickens. It's
Oh, okay.
I gave them to someone else, and they're like renting them, and they're like
Oh,
taking care of them for us.
oh, well, that's nice.
Well, I have a Silky, but we're gonna go get it maybe um and that's and my name is Asher, and my last name is Asher Hoke. Okay.
Is that your car behind you? Did you see that there's a yellow car behind you?
That's just my background. I just
Oh,
picked
okay. I thought
this
maybe that was your
background.
car. Well, it's
No,
very
it's
nice to
not
have
a
you,
car. It's
Asher.
just a background.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess I'm done.
Yeah, well, very thank you, Asher. We look forward to learning more about you this year.
Hey,
Anybody else want to go right now, or we'll do the rest at the end?
hey,
If we don't get them all today, we'll get them next time. Yeah, Tracy, you have a question?
Oh, I muted you, Tracy. I'm sorry.
how do you do the backgrounds?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out afterwards. Let's jump into our lesson. I think you hit where it says video and a
Yes,
little
the
arrow
little
by
arrow.
video. You can play with that and see. All right, let's jump in. I'm gonna start
Well,
sharing
how
again.
do you do the background is you have to like when you have it, you have to do it when it doesn't start, or it's too late now. It's too late if you
Oh, at the beginning of
don't
the
do it.
meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll get to know the rest of you here in a few minutes, but let's jump into our lesson tonight. I told you we're going to talk about some chicken history, and I hope you'd realize, and the reason I ask, I mean, I know already see in 4-H Online where you're from, but I just want to share with you guys, and I hope this kind of hits home. All over Florida, literally from up in the way up in the Panhandle to all the way down to Southeast Florida, we've got young people that like some of the same things that you like and that have a lot of commonalities with you. And so there's kids all over the state that like poultry. And so you're not alone. And you can make friends all over our state, 4-H friends that share your interest in poultry. And I hope that kind of resonated. And I'm very proud of that we have so many kids from all over the state interested in poultry. I wanted to talk about history tonight because I know you all are fascinated with school and like to learn new things. And I thought that maybe you would sound very smart, maybe around the dinner table Sunday at Sunday dinner, talking, about this history of chickens. You'd sound very smart to your grandma or to somebody, and they'd be so impressed. Oh, my granddaughter or my grandson, how smart that he or she is. So I wanted to talk to you about the history of chickens. And so chickens were domesticated, several thousand years ago, and they trace back to something called a jungle fowl, in particular, a wild red jungle fowl in Southeast Asia. And the scientific name of these jungle fowl is Gallus gallus. Now, doesn't that sound fancy? Gallus gallus. So this is, see on the right, this is kind of a modern looking chicken, right? This looks like maybe some Buff Orpingtons and maybe a barred Plymouth Rock, right? You all are familiar with these. Well, here's what a jungle fowl looks like. So this is a male and female, and jungle fowl still exists today. They're still, if you go to parts of Southeast Asia, you can still find jungle fowl. And this is what they look like. This, of course, is the male, and this is the female. So what do you think similar? If we look at, do you think there's a whole lot of difference? I mean, there is a lot of difference between a jungle fowl and then the modern chicken. So let's think about what looks different, what looks the same. Well, what looks the same is, they kind of are, the feather patterns are kind of still similar. This is the hen, and so the hen still have similar feather, but the colors are a little different. Um, what do you all think? Have you ever thought about where chickens come from? So this is where they come from. Well, every breed, every class of chickens today, every breed and every variety originates with the jungle fowl. So here they are. That's where they come from. That's kind of interesting. I think it is anyway. So chickens spread into the Indus Valley around 2000. That's in India, around 2000 BC. And then in the Middle East and Africa, of course, chickens are very valuable animals because they provided eggs, and eggs are a very good source of, as we'll learn this year, and we've already learned in years past, eggs are very nutritious and they're very portable because if you're traveling, you can carry some eggs with you, and as long as you're careful with them and don't break them, they'll stay good pretty good ways on your journey with you, and you can have some good food to eat. A lot of protein, a lot of good vitamins and minerals. We'll learn about all that stuff in another lesson. But people used to carry these eggs around with them, and they carried chickens with them too. And chickens arrived in Europe around 1000 BC, and chickens were introduced in this continent where we're at by European explorers. In fact, when the Spaniards came to Florida, they very likely I know they brought cattle and other animals with them, and poultry too. So the history of domesticated it's kind of an interesting story, and it spans, of course, thousands of years. And as chickens were introduced to different areas, different people decided to breed for different traits that best met the needs of folks in that area. And supposedly they were domesticated in Thailand about 6,000 years ago, a little over 6,000 years ago. And there's evidence in China that dates back at least 5,000 years in ancient tombs in Egypt as well. And did you know that the most common bird on planet Earth is chickens? As many crows as we see driving around, they still don't outnumber chickens. And here's a piece, this artwork, by the way, is from a mural in an ancient, I believe it's in an ancient church in Turkey, like a first century AD church. And so it's a part of a larger mural, but this is obviously a chicken that some artist put on this wall in a very ancient church in Turkey. And so I thought I'd share that with you. Chickens have been a big part of the American story too. Just about every farmer or rancher kept a few chickens years ago, say in the 1700s and 1800s. Hens, of course, produced eggs, and then the young cockerels were very popular table fare, and then the older hens they would stew once they got too old to lay, and they were a good renewable resource, good source of protein both for the meat and the eggs. And also they used everything except the crow, and so they would use the feathers for feather pillows and that sort of thing. Of course, they prefer probably goose down if they had a choice, or duck down, certainly, but they didn't waste anything years ago, which is a good lesson for us today. And they would use just about every part of the chicken. I know my dad used every part of the chicken because I used to joke growing up that he ate everything on a chicken except the meat. He'd eat the gizzard and all this other stuff that I'm not necessarily a big fan of, but he would eat all that. And then the back, even like he said when he was growing up, he didn't know you ate the meat because he thought the preacher got that. And he thought that regular folks just ate the parts that the preacher didn't eat. So he'd always joke with me about that when I was a kid. But chickens were a very big part of our country because it allowed us, again, and this is a portable source of protein. They're very easily carried around in a coop. You can carry eggs with you. And if you're expanding into a wilderness area, you got to fend off the predators, but you've got a pretty good little easy source of food there if you can keep a few chickens. And I would remind you all today that if you learn to keep a few chickens, there's power in that. You can empower yourself by learning how to take care of chickens. And how would you empower yourself? Well, you can help feed your family. That's why. And if you can learn, some of you mentioned that you have a garden, and some of you mentioned other animals. If you learn to do these things, and you become more self-sufficient, and there is some power in that, of being able to feed oneself and feed others. That's an empowering thing. And so I would encourage you, if you like these birds, you can like them for a lot of different reasons. And one of those reasons is how beautiful they are and pretty, all the different colors. And another reason is it's a good source of food for us. And we take good care of our birds, and we like to eat their eggs. And sometimes we like to eat chickens too. And so I'm very proud that you all are interested in this subject. We've even had chickens be a big part of our American culture. You all know who this chicken is? I don't know. Maybe you don't, because I'm getting a little old. But when I was a kid, that was a very popular cartoon character. I don't know if you all still watch these shows or not, these cartoons. Who can tell me who this is, this in this picture?
Foghorn Redhorn.
Yeah, that's right.
Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. And of course, you've heard the story of the little red hen that planted the wheat, right? And that's a little lesson on work. And then there's Chicken Little, the sky is falling. And so there's all these examples of chickens even in different segments of American culture. And we can see even in ancient culture too, they were very happy with chickens too. So I guess this was maybe a first century AD foghorn leghorn, and here's more of a say 1900s or maybe 19, I don't know when he came out, but early mid 1900s uh, chicken. Any questions about chicken history? So Gallus gallus, the red jungle fowl in Southeast Asia, is where it all began, and from there we've got the modern chickens of today. And I don't know how many. I'd have to look in the Standard of Perfection to see how many breeds there are, but I know there's hundreds of breeds of large fowl and bantams. And then you think about ducks and turkeys and all that stuff too. But chickens by far are the most populous bird on planet Earth. And about every culture that I can think of uh, depends in some part on chickens. They're an animal that provides our people, that provide humans a lot of benefits. So what do you think of chicken history? You think you can remember that Gallus gallus, the red jungle fowl? Slip that out to your teacher this week in conversation and see if your teacher thinks you're very smart, or maybe somebody that you know, and see if uh, they're impressed with your knowledge. Anything in chat, Miss Prudence? Says no questions. That's odd for this group. Don't really have interrupting me by now to tell a story, but maybe they're fascinated with the history of Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know.
We have a bunch of chicken pictures, and there is an Oreo somebody put in for the baby kitten,
Oh, for the
possibly
kitty?
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying my darndest to share a photo in the chat of and it's not okay, I think I've got it now. This is a photo of the coop that was one of the coops that my grandfather had that I just put in there. It was in the picture from our farm at the Hernando Sun, which was the newspaper
Oh, okay.
on there.
Yeah. So that's the farm you grew up on, one of the
Yeah, one
barns
of
on one
our
of the farms
coops.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Hmm.
Y'all can see there what Miss Prudence grew up around. Florida
Did you?
currently ranks, the last I checked, 18th of all the states in egg production. So there's 50 states, and we're ranked 18th in egg production. We also happen to be ranked 18th in broiler production, which is meat chickens. Back when this picture was taken, probably Florida might have ranked third, fourth, or fifth, because we used to be in the top 10. And Hillsborough and Pasco and Hernando counties were some of the top poultry counties in the nation back then, but those days are gone. But
Yeah.
Florida still is ranked 18th in layer production and broiler production.
So my grandfather was Bostoner Poultry Farms. and they were part of the co-op that, I don't know if you remember, the Incredible Edible Egg in the
Yeah.
80s. That was he was part of that. So we had lots and lots of chickens.
Yeah.
I think he had at his peak he had 2 million leghorns.
Yeah. If you think about it, why would Florida back then have been such a good place to raise chickens? Anybody have any idea? Yeah, it's still a good place to raise chickens. But why were
Chris,
there
I
so
know
many?
something that can help with the history of chickens.
Oh, what's that?
Oh yeah, the book of the standards.
Oh, yeah, the standards of perfection. That those classes give you a good idea where the breed was developed. Like if it's the American class or the European class or the Asiatic class. That gives you kind of an idea where different breeds came from.
Let's say, for example, a Koshamu. It was originated in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we do. Romilly has a question, Dr. Chris.
Okay, go ahead.
I have one fun fact about
Okay.
chickens.
All right. What's your fun fact?
So you know how the roosters cock a doodle doo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so loud to their ears? Well, it's actually not. They close something up in their ears. I forgot what it's called, and they don't hear it. Then when it's over, they can hear again.
Oh, so the roosters close their own ears when they crow, huh?
Well, not their actual ears, just like something inside.
In their ear canal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Their
I didn't
earlobe,
either.
that little thing in their earlobe probably
Mm-hmm.
helps protect. It probably helps
Yeah,
with the ear
it's something
protection.
like that.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like that. I forgot what it was called.
Well, let's move. Well, look it up, and you can tell us next time. We'll learn from you. So look that up. All right, let's move on then to, if there's no more questions about history, let's move on to opportunities in 4-H poultry. Here's a young 4-H'er from a few years ago holding one of his project birds. And I want to talk a little bit about some of these things. So in 4-H, and some of you have been in 4-H for many years, and some of you, this might be your first time ever in a 4-H club. You kind of have chosen, or I'm hoping you're going to choose, the poultry project as one of your projects in 4-H, or maybe even your only project in 4-H. That's fine. But within the poultry project, there's several things you can focus on or do and key in on. One is probably the thing that I would imagine most of you are going to do, and that's a layer project. And in a layer project, you have a small flock of backyard laying hens, typically dual purpose breeds like this Rhode Island Red type hen here, or a barred Plymouth Rock, or whatever breed, sometimes just barnyard mixes. Or you may have some white leghorns, like Miss Prudence was talking about. Anyway, you've got 2, 3, 4 dozen hens, however many hens you've got, and you feed them and you go out and get the eggs every day, and maybe you eat the eggs, maybe you give the eggs away, maybe you even sell the eggs. But you've got a little small flock of hens and you collect eggs, and that's called a layer project. And we've got a record book that you can keep on those birds and keep track of how many eggs they're laying and how much feed you're feeding them and whatever else you do with those birds. And at the end of the year, you can kind of look and see, well, hey, I made a little bit of money on these chickens, or ooh, I lost a little bit of money on these chickens. And that's the layer project. Broiler projects, if you're in a county like Hernando, or not Hernando, Citrus County, or a few other counties around Florida, they do a broiler project. And you might do this at home, where you get some kind of Cornish rock crossed chicks and they raise them for 4 to 8 weeks. And then they harvest those birds. They process them and then they bag them up and they use those birds enter the human food chain and they're consumed by sometimes by the families and sometimes by people that have you know sponsoring a project for the kids at like the Citrus County Fair. You can go bid on a pig that a kid raised, or you can also bid on a pen of meat birds, three broilers. and that's a very popular project in Citrus County. I know some of you, like Tracy and others, are very much into purebred or show birds, and that's the birds that you want to meet the standard of perfection. And you're exhibiting these birds at some maybe American Poultry Association shows or the county fair or the state fair, and you want your birds to meet those breed standards, and you're showing uh, roosters and hens. So that's the purebred project. Then some of you I know have done the poultry judging contest, and that's going to be in February in Tampa at the State Fair. And that's where you judge eggs and you judge broiler carcasses and you identify parts like drumstick and wing and flat and thigh and boneless thigh and breast tenderloin and all these different chicken parts, and you learn how to candle eggs, and you learn how to place four chickens from which hen is the best layer to which hen is you think is the poorest layer. And that's a judging contest that you can compete in. Some of you might have done avian, but in fact, I know some of you have done avian bowl in the past, which is like a quiz bowl contest all on all things poultry. And we ask questions and buzz in. If you're the fastest one to buzz in, you get to answer. And we've got kids that are going to national contests that have won our state contest this year that are getting ready in November to go to Louisville, Kentucky for the national poultry judging contest and the national avian bowl contest. And I mentioned record books. We have the layer book, we have the poultry general poultry record book, and we're working on a broiler record book too. And then a lot of the fairs have their own record books. And there's record book contests in a lot of your counties that you can compete in too. There's also an egg preparation contest at the National Poultry and Egg Conference. And we've not had a contest in Florida for that, but that may be something we need to think about adding. You can also do oral presentations like a demonstration or an illustrated talk on some aspect of poultry. And then there's a barbecue contest. We call it the tailgating contest. And those happen around the state, different parts of the state. And then there's a state contest. And you can learn how to barbecue poultry and that's a contest that you can do too. So there's all kinds of ways, from just keeping your own backyard hens, then you may have the same hens for several years, all the way through cooking eggs or cooking poultry meat and quiz bowl and judging and all things in between. So I hope that some of these will pique your interest and maybe you'd like to participate in some of those things. I happen to know that members of this club have won poultry showmanship at places like the Central Florida Fair and have done quite well in some of these other avian bowl contests and judging contests. So I'm very proud of the members of this club, and I hope that some of you new members will look at some of these opportunities and think, you know what, I'd like to try that. And even if you try it and don't win, or if you try it and maybe not everything goes your way, you learn things by failure sometimes. And don't be afraid to try and fail, but just don't try, fail, and give up. Try, fail, and then turn around and do better the next time. And you'll eventually succeed. I think somebody had a question. Was that Ava that I saw that had a hand up?
Chris, I just posted what the record book for the state fair would look like in chat.
Okay. Thanks, Tracy. Somebody else had a question. Was that Ava? All right, let's talk about our club here. I don't know what happened to question I saw. Our club here, the Virtual Poultry Club, we meet the second Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I say that because we do have folks in the Panhandle that are on Central Time. So 5 p.m. for you folks in the Panhandle or in the far Western Panhandle. And typically we meet September through May. So this is our September meeting, and we'll meet every month through May. And then we give you the summers off. So any questions up to this point or comments? Are y'all still with me? Are y'all enjoying this so far? New people, are you all enjoying this? All right. So I wanted to explore, because again, this is your club, what topics you'd like for us to cover. So let's say with this September meeting's already gone. So that gives us October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So that's 8 more meetings. So what topics in those 8 meetings would you all like to cover? Now, here's some ideas, but we can't cover all of these in 8 meetings. And I don't know, some of these we've covered before. Some of them we've covered 2 or 3 times. Some of them we've never covered at all. And this doesn't have to be an exhaustive list. This is just some ideas that I put down. So we've talked about poultry nutrition, and I think that's a very important one because you need to know how to feed your birds the right feed at the right stage of life for the right goals. And so that's a good one we can learn. Poultry judging, we've done several times. Showmanship, how you present your bird in a show, and how you prepare your bird for a show. Home egg business, we've talked a little bit about that before. Poultry diseases is a popular one. Internal and external parasites, purebred poultry, like if you want to get into some of the big shows, those APA shows. Disaster prep, what do you do if there's a hurricane bearing down on Florida? And how do you prepare your coop and your birds and all for that? Biosecurity, avian influenza is still an issue, other diseases, how you combat that. Poultry genetics, that's we learn about genetics, the genetic code that tells the little embryo in there, what color its feathers is going to be, and what color the skin's going to be, and what shape the comb's going to be. That's kind of interesting stuff. Poultry products with eggs, meat, but how about things like patties and nuggets and all that stuff? Public speaking in 4-H, that's one of the most valuable things you'll learn in 4-H. I don't care about the project, if it's woodworking or sewing or quilting or robotics or whatever, being able to communicate is one of the best things you'll learn in 4-H. Embryology, and some of you mentioned you're already incubating eggs, so that's the science behind that. Chick care, that's always an important one. And poultry facilities, care of poultry equipment, and what else? So those are some
We
ideas, and we've got
we
some
have
questions.
Bimini and Jaden, I think, have other ideas as well, so their
Okay,
hands are up.
well, let's take Jaden first. I think Jaden had his hand up first. So go ahead, Jaden.
One thing I do want to know more about, just because you covered it last year, but it was at the very beginning, is still the hurricanes. I say that
Okay.
would be kind of more cool, and maybe more about like, hey, what breed do you want? And like, here's some good starter breeds, or like if you want a certain kind, this is a good breed to get.
Okay. Well, that sounds like good ideas. We could certainly do that. I like that. Bimini, what did you want to have to say?
It'd be cool to learn how to AI a chicken.
AI, well, let's see. They actually they do that a lot in turkeys, believe it or not. So that might be something we could probably lump that in with genetics and talk about genetics and AI for poultry. So good, Jaden and Bimini, those are both good things. So here's the calendar. This is when we're going to meet. So today is September 9th, right? Yeah. And so we're meeting right now. So that leaves October 14th, November 11th. I thought maybe I also had another idea I put in here, turkeys. We haven't talked a whole lot about turkeys,
Well,
but
and Dr. Chris, I wanted to ask you about the November meeting because that is a holiday,
oh, is that Veterans Day?
Veterans Day. Yes,
It's on a Tuesday. I thought it was always a
it's
Wednesday. Oh, I
always
guess
on
always.
November
Oh, that's
11th.
right. It's always November 11th. Well, maybe
Yep.
we could push. Yeah, I don't want to work on a holiday either. So maybe we could push that. Maybe we could push that to the following week. Is that going to be Thanksgiving then?
No, but that's going to be the National Poultry Judging.
Oh, and you're going to be at that. Well, we
Well,
could
I
go the
mean,
week before.
I will. That's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be on the road that day, the Tuesday, but I mean, that's okay.
Would you all
I
rather do it the
could.
week? Let me look at my calendar.
The week before is election day, but I don't think it's a big election.
Are any of y'all?
Isn't the
Voting?
18th, isn't November 18th work ready?
Yeah, we could combine. Maybe we could do a poultry lesson and work ready. Let's see. I have another 4-H club meeting that meets the first and third Tuesdays, which is called Work Ready Florida for teenagers. But they can learn about chickens one time. They're supposed to be learning about ag careers. Let me see. November. So we're left with the 4th or the 18th. Or I guess we could do the 12th or the 10th. Well, I want to do the 10th. Probably the 12th. But Wednesday, though, a lot of people go to church, so that's probably not a good night. So the 4th or the 18th, which would you all, if you would rather meet the 4th, give me the thumbs up. And if you'd rather meet the 18th, give me the other little reaction thingy, which looks like a, what does it look like? Where's the
I
reaction?
just have one question. Is it gonna be
Okay.
at 6 like normal
Yeah,
on those
we'll do
days?
it. What we'll do is it'll be two clubs meeting at one time. It'll be you guys, I'm in the Work Ready Club, which some of you are in, some of you older ones are in already. So it'll be nice to meet some kids from a different club, maybe. And we'll just do a poultry lesson.
So it would be what dates again?
Well, you all tell me, would you rather, that's what I'm asking. Would you rather do the 4th or the 18th of November? Because the 11th is a holiday. It's Veterans Day.
I'll do the 4th.
The 4th, okay. And we'll make
Yeah,
that
we can, or if y'all want, you can throw it in the chat.
we'll go with the 4th. 4th, okay.
Both of them. It might be a maybe, but I don't think I can make either of those days.
Well,
Well,
that's
we'll
okay.
record it for
We
you.
recorded.
Okay, just wanted to give you a heads up. I probably won't be on both of those days.
Okay. Madeline's got her hand raised. You want to say something? Or she?
So in my first year of 4-H, I did poultry judging at the Jack's Fair,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not hard. Like you would have to know like your chickens and stuff.
Yeah, poultry judging isn't super hard. It's something that I could certainly teach you all if you were interested in it. All right, so we'll do new. Do you want to learn about turkeys? We've not learned about turkeys. We can learn about the American turkey industry and the turkey as a bird that's a native to this continent, and we can learn all about different kinds of turkey things. Would y'all like that for our November meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave that turkeys in. All
Peyton
right,
has her hand up.
well, go ahead.
Well, I can't unmute. I can only mute people. I don't think she's talking though.
Oh, well,
Okay, just kidding.
let's talk about our October meeting. So, what would you all like to learn in October? It's still hurricane season, so if you did want a lesson on disaster stuff, how to get ready for disasters, we could do that. Is that something everybody else is interested in?
We've got
Yes.
thumbs up and yeses
Okay.
and hurricane
Okay.
prep people are, yes, they're digging that.
Yes.
Lord willing, we won't need it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll need it this year for poultry. All right. December. Now we've done, I think, 3 years in a row now.
I think it's
Holiday
been
costume.
4.
Is it 4?
I think
Our holiday
so.
costume contest in December where you all dress your chickens up in like little Santa outfits or elves or
Elves.
whatever else you want
Yeah.
to dress them up like snowmen. So do you want to do that again? We don't have to do it if you're getting bored with it, we don't have to do it.
I really wanted to do it, but last year our chickens were like, no, no, no.
They didn't want to put a costume on. Our only rule with that is nothing that hurts the chicken. So you can't glue anything to your chicken or anything like that. But
We got the
I know
ones
some
that
of you
had the
sewed
little
little,
strings.
yeah, some of you sewed little Santa outfits or whatever for your chicken, or somebody put their chicken in a sleigh with a Santa. That was a pretty good one. So, would you all like to do that again? And we'll
Yeah.
still do a lesson. All right, so we'll do that again in
And
December. But
we're,
what lesson
the
would
lesson
you?
looks like in the chat, it says poultry nutrition.
Okay, we can talk about nutrition. That's a good time to talk about nutrition. All right. How about January? What do you all want to learn in January?
About turkeys.
Well, we're learning about turkeys in November.
Oh, so roosters.
What do you mean when you say you're
Yes.
going to learn about roosters?
I wouldn't want to bear prep.
Fair prep, that would be a good one. Okay, because the fairs are going to be in the spring. So,
Best silky whites.
all right, we learn about fair prep and
Or show
showmanship.
prep. Yeah.
And that'll be how to wash your birds, how to start working with your birds for showmanship, how to present your birds in a show. I should get Laura to help with that since she always does real well in showmanship. So January we'll do fair prep and showmanship. That's a good topic for January. February now we're going to have to rely some on what Miss Prudence wants to do because I'm going to be at State Fair pretty much the whole month of at least for 2
The whole
weeks.
month. It feels like
So
a month, doesn't it?
feels like a month. It's the longest month of the year for me, even though it's only 28 days.
And usually I do embryology um that month when we do it.
Well, that's a good time of the year to do that sort of thing because
Right.
it's going to be spring of the year. Do you all want to learn embryology again, hatching eggs and how the little chick develops in February again?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put embryology with Miss Prudence.
Forever.
And I will be at State Fair, so I don't think I'll be on that month because typically I'm working until past when our meeting is. All right, March. What that leaves March, April, and May. So what would you all like to learn in March?
Quail.
We
Quail?
got
Quail. Yes, quail.
Maybe we could do quail and other poultry. Quail
for
and
March. And then there's for maybe April, there's one that says medical care, parasites, diseases,
okay.
health, poultry diseases for
Okay.
April.
All right. And
For
how
May,
that leaves May.
for May, we could do
Breeds.
raising chickens for meat and eggs.
Say it
Say
again.
that again.
For May, we can like learn how to like raise chickens for like meat and eggs.
Okay. So
Like the different breeds for different things, Maitland or Madeline, sorry. Um, or like processing a bird.
Like processing a bird.
Okay.
are you all wanting this for your home use or for like a little backyard poultry business? Like we want to sell eggs.
Madeline.
We're selling our eggs.
Because we can talk too about how to, proper egg care and food safety and that sort of thing too. So,
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
okay. Let's see. Romilly, do you have a question? I see you got your hand up. Y'all can just ask questions. You don't have to raise your hand. I know you're being polite and I appreciate that, but just go ahead and ask. Or you can also
Okay.
type it in the chat too.
Yeah, go ahead, Romilly. You have to unmute yourself. I can't unmute you.
Oh, I was on mute the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can. Oh, wait, you already heard me on that part.
All right. Is there any other? Bimini said genetics. And I don't know where would genetics fit in.
Genetics we were going to do when we were talking about AI.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the calendar here. Where would we want to put that?
in embryology
Can you cover that
and
in
breeding.
embryology too? Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's
I can
say
do that.
embryology and breeding, and then you can hit on genetics then too.
Okay.
Asher, you got a question?
Well, yeah, I have a question.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
like silky whites, do they have could they fly? Because I don't know, but I think I know. They can go and like climb trees. They can jump and then take their feet and then bounce off trees. Yeah, I did that
Yeah,
with my silky whites named
they fly a little bit.
Yeah.
Silkies can fly a little bit, yeah. They don't fly as good as the leghorns can fly like a quail. And some of your
Because
Bantam
they're
breeds are
light.
really good. Yeah. Olivia, go ahead. You got your hand raised.
How do you stop chickens from being aggressive?
Well, to each other or to you?
Both.
Well, first have a nice little conversation with them. And no, um,
Take
there's
them to
several
the
reasons. Pecking order is certainly a real thing. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute.
Putting in different.
So pecking order is real. And what pecking order means, what it refers to is one chicken in the coop is going to be the boss of all the other chickens. And then there's going to be the next chicken in line is going to boss all the rest of the chickens until you get finally down to the last little old chicken, and it's going to be the one that everybody picks on. And that's just the way it's going to be with chickens. So what you've got to have is space so that that last little old bitty chicken that everybody else is picking on can flee and safely get out of the way, because it's not a question of if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. So your coop space or your pen space or whatever you've got, however you got your chickens housed, if they're free range, it's not a big deal until there's a hawk or a coon or something like that. And it's a big deal because they're going to get raided. So you think, well, I'll just free range them. Well, you can free range them until the neighbor's dog comes by or there's a coon or something like that. And so you say, well, I've got to house these chickens some way, at least at night, to keep them safe. So in that coop, then you've got to have a big enough space so the little chicken that's at the bottom of the pecking order can run away safely and get away. Does that make sense to everybody? So sometimes it's an issue of space. Other times it's an issue of too much competition for resources. Now, that's a big fancy way of saying you've got to have enough feeder space and water space and roost space for everybody, including that last little chicken at the bottom of the pecking order. In other words, if there's 10 chickens, then there needs to be a room for 10 chickens to have enough space at the feed trough, because the one poor little chicken then is going to be shoved away and not get to eat. And the same thing with watering space. They've got to have enough water for 10 chickens at the water area. And so just overall space and then competition for resources. You may have to, in other words, add a second feeder or add a second water fountain. Does that make sense? I'm talking about, I haven't gotten to aggression towards you yet. And so competition for resources and then just overall space. Stress and temperature can also have influence on how aggressive those chickens are going to be. If it's very hot, like it's been this summer, that can make chickens grouchy, just like it makes me grouchy sometimes when I'm hot. So sometimes in summertime, they can be a little more aggressive at certain temperatures than other temperatures. Um, Towards you, hold on just a second, Tracy. Aggressiveness towards you is another matter entirely. And so I don't know what this whiteboard is, but I didn't tell that to play. Let's make that go away. Um, Aggressiveness towards you, is this a rooster, Bimini? Or who was asking that? Was it Bimini?
Me.
Who was asking this? Oh, Olivia. Is this a rooster that's being aggressive towards
No,
you?
it's a chicken.
It's a hen?
Yeah.
How is she being aggressive toward, is she chasing you or is she pecking you when you're trying to handle her, or what is she doing?
Yeah. And she pecked out my other chicken's eye.
Well, sometimes now, how should I put this? You can try to work with this chicken to handling her and holding her to where you hold her until she quits flopping around. And you know what I'm talking about. When she gets calm in other words, keep both of her wings up near her body so she can't flop, and keep her legs secured with one hand. And I've shown you, I think, in pictures in the past how to kind of hold them like a football,
Yeah.
where their legs are secure and their wings are secure. And she'll fight you and flop around, but she'll eventually, if you keep doing it, she'll eventually stop. And every time she wants to get aggressive, you pick her up and hold her close to your body like that, where she can't hurt you. And then she'll eventually realize that you're the boss. And she won't try flopping around and flipping around and trying to peck you. That may take a lot of work, but you can do that. Another solution, and this may not be the most popular solution, is you can introduce her to something called a pot of dumplings and have chicken and dumplings, and then raise you another chicken that's not just naturally a little bit nicer. So that's another option. So it depends on how much work you want to put into this chicken. And if she's already hurt some other birds, it may be one that you want to cull from your flock. So let us know how that goes. But it's going to take a little bit of work on your part to get her gentle down, at least around you. The other birds, uh, if you add some more feeders and some more water founts, that might help in a little more space. Does that help at all,
Yeah.
Olivia?
Thank you.
Yeah. And we got some other questions. What other questions? I'm kind of done. That kind of concludes we've got our count. Everybody happy with the calendar? And then I can answer questions.
I think they're wanting to share their like the ones that didn't get to go in the beginning
Okay.
want to go
Yeah,
now.
we can do that. So if you didn't get to go and we've got, let's see, Alba and T. Landis, I don't think introduced themselves. So we'll get them to introduce themselves. Hi. I think this might be their first meeting. You want to tell us who you are? Let's go with T. Landis first. And I know that's not their name, but they'll tell us what their name is.
Hi, I'm Teresa Landis, and I have a dog, a leopard gecko. I don't have any chickens yet, at least. Um, and I live in Cape Coral.
Well, it's very nice to have you, Teresa. And this is your first meeting with us, right?
Yeah.
And you're interested in chickens, so maybe you'll get some one day and learn all you can.
So
What's that?
I've incubated and raised chicks, though.
Oh, okay. So you've done it before. Okay. Well, fantastic. Well, it's very nice to have you. And there's a number of us from down your part of the state. Probably our biggest county is Lee County that we have. We've got in 4-H Online, I looked, there was 89 kids signed up, and I think about a dozen of them were from Lee County. So y'all are the most popular county in this club for some reason. So welcome. So there's some
And
friends nearby that you might make.
Dr. Chris,
Yeah.
Peyton in the chat has a chicken
Oh, let's see your chicken,
that
Peyton.
Peyton wants to show.
We always like to look at people's chickens.
Did you say Lee
Or
County?
wants to talk about her chicken. Is that what it says?
Yeah, she has been asking for the past 20 minutes to tell you guys something about her chickens. All right, go ahead. They're listening.
When my chickens were this little, now they're big and they have fur on them. They're so fluffy all the time. They holding them all day. And they were so cute. They were all around on a towel.
It sounds like you really love your chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, she does. That's all I
That's
hear about all
good.
day long is chickens.
I love chickens
Well,
all the time.
well, that's good. Well, you're in the right place then, because we talk about chickens every month, and you can show us your chickens and tell us about your chickens. That's what
Yeah.
we're here for.
I know me.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell them thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you say Lee County?
Yeah, we've got a
Yes.
lot of people from Lee County. We've probably got 11, I think I counted from Lee County in this club. If they're all here, we don't have everybody on because we've got like 30 people on and there's 89 in the club, but
because the city people doesn't like us to have chickens.
Well, and you all join the club. They like it if you join the club, I guess. Well, that's good for me then that you all are in the club. I'm glad you all are with us.
We like it. We don't like eating processed eggs.
Oh, well, all right. Who didn't? Let's see. Who else needs? Kylie Bank. Did you tell us who you were? You want to say hi? Or Kaylee Bank. I'm sorry, Kaylee Bank. Sorry, my eyes aren't what they used to be.
Sorry.
What in the world?
Kaylee's joining us from her CB radio.
It's actually for I was on a different
Okay.
she's already on here and said hello. So
Hi. Okay. Sorry about that. Did anybody else not go that wanted to say hi? Let's see, Andrew. Did Andrew say hi?
Andrew has not, and Julia has not. Just to call y'all out.
Yeah. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but I would like to say hi and at least get to everybody get to know you. And if you don't want to talk to us, you can put it in chat.
I could introduce you to them. They're
Okay.
from my county. I don't know
Oh
why they're
yeah.
acting shy.
Well, yeah.
So
Tell us
Andrew
about them.
and Julia are the Mash Shacks. Andrew is the older brother, and they have all kinds of chickens, and they've done the Chick Chain project, which is now called the Panhandle Poultry Project. And I think I can't remember if they would have to unmute and correct me, but I think they both got um, buckles at that. I know I'm pretty sure Andrew did. I'm 80% sure Julia got a buckle at Chick Chain last year. And Andrew was at the Quiz Bowl, the Avian Bowl.
Oh,
And
cool.
he was the high scorer. I'm gonna toot his horn for that. And his team came in second in the state.
Well,
And Ayla was
fantastic.
on that team too. Second in the state.
Well, that's great. I knew I recognized that name. Anybody else want to say hi before I've got one more thing to share with you all this evening, but anybody else want to say hi before we share our last thing? I'm going to try to share it in chat. I'll be able to, oh, here we go. If you look at the chat, I just put something on here. This is going to be our 6th annual ag judging contest, virtual ag judging contest. And it is October the 23rd, and it happens on Zoom just like this. And what this is in a 4-H judging contest, you rank things or identify things. And so in this contest, which is on Zoom in October, you will place or rank a class of white leghorn laying hens, a class of dairy cows, a class of beef cows, beef cattle, a class of hogs, a class of grain, so it's either going to be corn or oats or wheat, a class of vegetables, peanuts, and you will identify 10 agricultural tools, 10 weeds that grow in Florida, and then answer 10 questions based on a soil sample. Uh, how much nitrogen to add, how much, you look at the soil sample and I'll ask you questions about that soil sample. So if that's something you would like to do, then there's a little thing about it. You enter it in 4-H online, just like you signed up for this club. You go to events and you just click that event. And if you need help clicking it, I can probably help you. But if anybody would like to do that, we'd love to have you. It's October the 23rd, and we're also doing a practice October the 21st. So I'll put that in chat. All right. Bimini wants to say something, and then Liam. So go ahead, Bimini.
Okay, so I'm Bimini. I'm 11, and This is my 8th year in 4-H, first year in FFA. I show sheep, goats, chickens, cattle, and I have 22 belt buckles, I guess. I don't know.
What county, Bimini?
Oh, and I'm from Indian River and St. Lucie.
Fantastic. Good to have you again in the club. Liam?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, this is my first year in 4-H. Um, I have one chicken. She's sleeping right now. I'm from St. Lucie County. Um, and I'm 14 years old.
St. Lucie. Well, that's very nice to have you. And thanks for joining our club. I hope you enjoy it. Anybody else would like to go that hasn't gone yet? Oh, Lindsay. Is Lindsay gone? And Maitland. Maddie Lynn.
My name's Madeline. You said it right the second time.
Oh, okay.
I have 7 chickens, 7 dogs, 7 cats, and 2 bunnies. I don't know what type of chickens I have, but I have corgis. I'm from Duval. My county's Duval. This is my 4th year in 4-H, I believe. And I went to the Jack's Fair and I did poultry judging, and then after that, I like took a break from 4-H for a little. But I do have a question.
Okay.
So, my mom said that like whenever I pick up my chickens that I should hold them close to my heart because they calm down more when they're like when they hear your heartbeat. I wanted to know if that was true or not.
I don't know that I have any data to suggest. I'm not aware of any studies that provide any data that shows that. However, what I do know is if you hold them close to you, they respond to your body temperature, which is a calming effect, especially if they're cold. Also, they can't flop around as much because you're holding them close to you, right? So they can't flop their wings and then excite themselves more. And so when we learn about showmanship, I'm going to put a video. Let's see. I'm going to find a video real quick that I'm going to share, and you can watch that. And this guy, he graduated this past year. He was one of our 4-Hers from Hernando County. We'll watch this video again when we learn about showmanship. But let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna put this in chat. This is an ad, but I'm just gonna put the link in chat. And you watch this video how this young man holds his chicken. Okay. And
Okay, thank
see,
you.
I'm putting the link in the chat right now. So you can click on that and watch it after the meeting. But this is Hunter, and Hunter will show you how he holds his chickens and to keep them calm. And he won at the state fair. He's the real deal. He knows poultry showmanship. And part of showmanship, a big part of showmanship is how to calm your birds down to where you can exhibit them and they're not flopping all over the place and trying to fly off. So, did you see that link I put in the chat? All right. Anybody
Oh,
else want to go and other questions?
please call it.
Yeah. Anybody else? All right. Miss Prudence, you got any words of wisdom before we?
No, I'm gonna upload this video to the YouTube channel, which I have put in the chat, and then I'll email you the link as well, Dr. Chris. And then I have I'm gonna talk to you offline about the email list because we have some that want to be included that I think maybe their parents are getting the email, but I'll send you their emails as well.
Yeah, I send the emails to whatever is in 4-H online, and it might probably is your parents. However, you sign up in 4-H online. Savannah, you got your hand up? You got to unmute.
Can I show you my 2 dogs?
Sure. While she's showing us her dogs, put in the chat what you think the kitty's name should be. Oh, okay.
We had
There's
we had a few Smudge, and
one.
if it was a girl, Cruella was great. But
the kitchen good?
Oh, I
I
forgot.
didn't know if Ayla, excuse me, had decided on one or not yet.
Lindsay says pickles. Savannah, talk so we can see your dogs because I couldn't see them. You have to unmute and talk, and then we'll see your dogs.
I said Oreo as well.
Hi, Lavender.
Okay.
All of the names, I have to take as suggestions and refer them to Grandma. We have to agree on a name.
Grandma's the ultimate decision.
Oreo.
Show us the kitty one more time. Turn her around.
Just 1 second. I have to get him to let go of my shirt.
He's got his claws dug in.
This is and now he's asleep.
Oh, look at there. There's Ava's kitty.
Her name's Queen. Oh. Her name is Queen.
I got some cats, but they're hiding.
They're hiding? Oh, okay.
Her name is Creamery.
Creamery. Oh, okay.
The ones underneath my bed are named Gabriel, Ariel, and Ram.
My other cat is named Poos.
What?
Our other cat is named Poos, but he is different. He's the same color, but he's a different kind of cat.
Oh, okay.
She's a Persian. We have
Laura's got her
You're-
kitty on her lap too. Laura, unmute so we
You're-
can see and talk so we can see your kitty.
This is Stormy.
Aw, she's cute.
Yeah. We can. Let's see your cat. If you want to show us your cat or your dog, now's the time.
This
So
is
go ahead and unmute and just show us.
Flower. I want to see her. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Careful, Madeline.
This is my cat Lagatha. I don't know what type of cat she is, but we've had her since she was a baby. Oh no! Oh,
my mom's getting my dog for me.
Okay. I love to see your animals. It's fun.
No.
Isn't it nice to show off your pets?
This is Peanut, and he's a cute cat, and he's and he
hysterical animal.
when I go to school, he misses me all the time. I have my dog with me.
Keep talking so we can see because it's when you're done, mute yourself so I can see who's showing now after you're done talking. So go ahead and show me your dog and talk so I can see him.
This one. I'm gonna show my dog, but after he's done eating, then it's gonna take. This is my dog Opal, who I'm showing in 4-H with my 4-H dog club.
A lot of happy pets.
This is my dog Ace. He's
I have a dog named Ace. It's a German short-haired pointer, bird dog.
Oh, he's a King Corso.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I got my cat Ariel.
Well, thanks everybody for showing us your pets. All right. Anything else before we get our new people? Let's see. I don't necessarily want to call everybody's name that's new, but new folks, did you enjoy this meeting? Do you think you want to come back for next month's meeting?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The pink shirt is have her hand up.
Oh, Romilly, go ahead.
My dog is right over there. Marshall. Marshall. Can I show my chicken?
Yeah, let's see your chicken.
Ah! Chicken. Whoa, he's right here. Whoa, see ya. My chicken. I'm showing my chicken.
We saw him, Asher.
He just ran away. I need a. Oh my gosh. His name is Marshall, but you didn't get to see him.
I saw him.
I have a dog that's named Frederick.
I have a cat
Did you
that's
see
named
my
Mario.
dog?
Yep, we saw him.
Oh yeah, he did.
The white
He
dog?
walked away. His
Kind of
name
a
is
white looking.
Marshall, and he just walked away.
Okay, so
That
our next
dog
meeting
is
is
very big.
October 14th. Is that right, Dr.
Yep,
Chris?
October 14th.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
Thanks everybody for sharing your pets with us, and thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Whenever you show bird
Bye.
breeding,
Bye.